Hey guys, just wanted to post a video about my thoughts and ideas about this whole thing and about like the article and stuff last night. Um, I freaked out last night. It just kind of hit me, and I apologize for freaking out. I know that there are a lot of people looking to patriots like us and truth movement people like us for information, and when they see someone freak out, it can put them off, or it can really hype them up maybe too much to where they need to be right now. So I apologize for that, and I thank you everybody for your words of encouragement and advice on my videos and stuff like that. And keep spreading that information around, keep spreading that article around, and keep it moving and stuff like that. So yeah, just a couple things. Like last night, the thing was posted at like midnight or 1 o'clock on CNN.com. And it really kind of puzzles me, because when you have the biggest issue of last spring was the swine flu, and nobody could go a conversation without talking about it and how it's spreading and how it's affecting people and how many people are dying. And now when you say there's going to be a major outbreak in the fall in which it requires military action, you're just going to post it up on your site at 12 o'clock at night. And I also this morning investigated it a little bit. Like, I went right onto CNN's homepage to see how quickly one could access this article right from the homepage instead of just post the link in their search box. And it's not easy at all. Like, it's the front cover of the CNN homepage is all about the scandal with Michael Jackson's doctor and how he may have overdosed Jackson in order from the dead and all that stuff. And then, I'm looking on the US page of CNN, and all I see is articles about Gates maybe pulling people out of Iraq, which is fantastic that he's pulling people out of Iraq, but I'm sure that's gonna kind of soften people up for, oh, we're pulling people out of Iraq, but we're sending troops to America to help with this outbreak. So, and Gates is the one who's gonna have to propose this whole plan anyway, so way to go, CNN, for softening the blow for him and all of us. And another thing, too, is just like, I copy the article and put it in Word to see how much it actually goes in depth. Because, if you look at the article itself, it doesn't look very big. It doesn't have a whole lot of detail. It's just saying troops are going to come in particular forces to areas of the United States to help law enforcement when the swine flu outbreak comes. And so I copied and pasted this whole article in Word. It did word count, and guess how many words there were? 257. 257 words, just that, on one of the biggest topics of the year, if not the past 5 years. And it's massive on the global scale. This issue of swine flu virus and the H1N1 is on the topic of everybody's minds, like, all over the world. And CNN can't post 300 words about it, about the new outbreak that's coming. And I could write 257 words about what I had for breakfast this morning, and I didn't have breakfast yet. So or what I think about having for breakfast. It's crazy. People write more of that about in obituaries and movie reviews. If someone doesn't like a movie, they write a freaking 500-word article about it. But we can't get 300 words about an outbreak of swine flu. Pretty interesting. And like I said, the article doesn't go into a lot of detail. Thank God us patriots have actually done our research and know when it says executive order and things like that, we know what it means. And another thing about it too is, like, maybe I'm wrong, but how can you predict an outbreak? If you can predict an outbreak, why would you need, like, troops to be in areas to help with the swine flu outbreak? If you can predict an outbreak up to months in advance, why don't you just tell people to keep healthy, take your vitamins, wash your hands, eat healthy foods, and, stay away from areas that could possibly have the kind of swine flu? Because for me, if, like, a massive pandemic that's spreading across the world that no one could predict it would jump countries, that no one could predict it would go from human to human so quick, how can you predict an outbreak months in advance? Seems kind of puzzling to me. I don't know, maybe they're just They're just kind of preparing people, saying, oh, we told you. I mean, it was on our website. You should have known that this swine flu was coming. But really, in fact, they're not really reporting on it. And they can just kind of hold their hands up high saying, we told you about it. We're sorry if you didn't prepare, if you didn't get ready for this thing. So that's kind of stupid in my view. And I mean, if this doesn't cause people to wake up now, I mean, I don't know what will. Because just the very fact that they're having troops come to America is kind of disturbing. And I know that there's some diehard people out there saying that our government would never do things like genocide or martial law containing people in FEMA camps and using those FEMA coffins that are spread throughout the country. But, I mean, all we need as patriots is that kind of seed of doubt about our government planted into people's heads, and this article should provide that, because they're having military troops come to America to help maintain what is to become a swine flu outbreak, and that's just blowing my mind. I mean, and if this doesn't prove that the vaccinations that they're pushing for, that they're not really testing, if this doesn't prove that they're going to use them and they're going to mandate them, then I don't know what will. I mean, it's this fall, so they're going to push for a swine flu vaccination to get out there. And, I mean, you don't have to believe everything that people like Jane Burgermeister are saying, but even if, like, one fraction of what she's saying and what she's doing, I mean, if one fraction of it's true, then there's seriously something wrong. I mean, all of it doesn't have to be true for it to be wrong. So, and I mean, they already have laws in Massachusetts that say, in the case of a pandemic, law enforcement and military can quarantine people, homes, businesses without consent. And basically, it says right on the bill, and enact martial law. And I can bet you anything that they're not the only one doing that. So I guess keep those things in mind. It's kind of just my thoughts. So keep spreading that article around, and thanks for all your comments.